YouTube channel for another episode of me traveling, meeting new friends, and being in different countries, experiencing culture and everything else. And today we were joined by my special friend. I met her during traveling as well, and as you can guess probably from my previous shorts and videos, I am currently still in Da Nang, Vietnam. Did I pronounce it right? Da Nang, Vietnam. Yeah. And we are joined by Kiki. Can you introduce yourself a bit for my viewers?
Yeah, hello everyone. I've been in Da Nang since February, but actually my family is based in Da Nang, so like I do back and forth. Like I spend my holiday, every single summer holiday I'm here. But yeah, since this year I moved to this beautiful land of my ancestors, because normally I was born in Belgium and I was raised there and I live now. So this is a context.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And now you're also traveling here as of the moment and just feeling the place and not sure where it's going after.
Yeah, actually, so my first plan why I decided to move to Da Nang is that I didn't feel any evolution in my life in Belgium. I was stuck in that 5 years job in a marketing job, and also as I live with my parents, I was really stuck. And I do have like the typical Asian parents, so they tend to control me whenever I want to go somewhere and so on. They will always have something to say. So I wanted to live for once freedom and have for once my own choice.
Yeah.
And that's why I need to take a flight for this. Yeah, I need to go away. And I choose Da Nang because, as I told earlier, is that every single summer I go back to Da Nang. So this is my second city. Actually, I do know how to locate myself. I do know the language as well. I speak Vietnamese.
Yes.
So it's not like a huge big step for me. It was like still a new chapter for me, but still not new from A to Z.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why I choose to live here.
Yeah, and I've seen your clips as well in your social media that you create Da Nang, like a lot of like videos on like what to do, where to go in Da Nang. So if you guys are going to visit or is looking to visit Da Nang, Vietnam, you can check her socials. I'm going to be linking them down below, and of course I'm going to be flashing down her social handles here in this video somewhere. Thank you, editor, for that. And I do have some Vietnam videos and vlogs and clips from my shorts and reels wherever you're watching this, but she's really having like a lot of in-depth itinerary and where to go and what to do, so I highly recommend you guys watch some of her videos. And of course, since we are talking about culture and being in Vietnam and just experiencing Vietnam, we are currently having this food right over here right now as we talk about life. So this is a Vietnamese food, and
Oh, so what?
wow,
I split it. It's
and
okay.
it's been prepared by my friend over here, Kiki, of course.
By my aunt.
By her aunt, thank you. And it's basically kind of like a Vietnamese dish, right?
Yeah, it's not a well-known dish, but yeah, it's a soup with vegetable, with a trứng vịt lộn, which is balut.
Yes, we do have this in the Philippines and we call it balut. But how do you call it in Vietnamese?
Trứng vịt lộn.
Viet Long.
Trứng vịt lộn.
Viet Long. And is it still duck egg or?
Yeah, it's still balut.
Oh yeah, we love it.
It's the same. It's balut.
It's balut, yeah.
Literally balut.
And then there's like rice, and then there's like vegetables. I'm not sure if you can see it. But
And you also have some leaves, and also we eat with pickle.
yeah, and this is pickled. What kind of pickle is this? Radish or?
I don't know if you need.
It's a pickle. It looks like a pickled radish, but we will tell you later. And so we're going to be talking about life at late 20s and early 30s. So I met her in an event and we just matched because both of us are single and both of us are female and is traveling as well. And when we were talking about how life has been, we kind of like have a similar uptake of we're kind of like trying to figure it out, but not really. So if there's a lot of you who could relate, do let me know in the comments what you think. Oh my god, no! Oh, I didn't fall. What life has been for someone who is like in late 20s and early 30s. So I'm in early 30s and she's in late 20s and she's gonna have her birthday on
31st August. Almost. I feel like when you pass your 25th, things or you're supposed to, you know, like getting married, having
I know.
like in 30s, but having like now I feel like I'm turning in my serious age,
Yes.
where I have to do serious thing to prepare my 30s. So I'm like, I don't want to cross that age
Line
like,
yet.
25.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I allow myself to quit my job and live abroad and so on, having no job since then. But now I'm like having that pressure on behind my shoulder.
Yes, and
So-
how does it feel like being able to come back here in a place where you call second home? And like, how does it feel trying to figure out your life right now? Because you said you quit your job and now you're trying to be here, and also it's so good because you're trying to be connected in your roots, so like, you know, your Vietnamese roots, and just being able to connect with other people who you also speak the language, and like, you know, your parents and like something like that. So yeah.
So as I only went to Da Nang for holidays, it feels like really like a beautiful meaning to me to be able to live in a land where my mom left, you know,
Yeah.
because of economic reason and so on, because of the end of war, and I have that privilege
Yeah.
to go back here, and it feels like it makes me feel really moved because like, yeah, I feel really more in deep with my culture. I has always been a important matter to me.
Yeah.
Even when I'm in Belgium, whenever I meet people, I love to share about my Vietnamese culture. And by the way, my parents own a Vietnamese restaurant, and every single year we organize that show, so Lunar New Year shows.
Yeah, and that's like a Vietnamese New Year, right? The
Yeah,
Tet.
that's
Yeah.
a Vietnamese Lunar New Year. And I love to show, to explain about my culture, and being really into my ancestor city,
Yeah.
brings another level.
Yeah.
So that was my first feeling, being like really connected to my root again, being in that like day to day with karaoke noise, Ban Bao Day.
Fun about it.
Yeah.
That is so cute, because when my friend came here in Da Nang, the first thing she was like, she was having a vacation. The first thing she was like trying to find is like, where's the Ban Bao Mai? Where's the Ban Bao Mai? I'm like, isn't that like the food that sells around? It's kind of like really famous on TikTok, and now it's
Yeah.
kind of like the catchphrase now for most of the people who comes to Vietnam,
Yes.
especially foreigners and tourists. And that is a food, right, as well?
Ban Bao is brioche, and inside you have pork, sausage, like a bowl of pork, and then you have another sausage of pork.
Yes.
And you have an egg, and you also have mushrooms and so on. It depends on the type of ban bao,
Yeah.
but that's the main ingredients of ban bao. And it literally says ban bao is here.
Yeah.
So as there are vendors, like they ride their motorbike, they go from place to place. It's just to get people know that they are around.
Yeah.
So that's what.
That sounds like shou pao though. We have this,
What
but
is that?
it's kind of the same, like a brioche, but then there's also some food inside, like a bun, and then there's like meat inside. But that's more of like a Chinese adaptation of like a Filipino.
It's also from Chinese roots,
Right.
also because we were conquered by 1,000 years already by the Chinese back then, you know. So that's why we have a
Yeah.
lot of connection with China, you know.
That is so amazing because there's so many shared culture. And speaking of shared culture, we're now gonna taste of this food that we got, like a Vietnamese food.
Tell me about how.
Yes, I had balut for sure. It's like one staple. Like if you go to the Philippines, have you tried balut? If you're a tourist, that's one of the things that people would ask you. But I've never tried like a mix of everything. We always eat it separately.
Already you can feel
The
taste.
vegetable so good. Maybe because I'm hungry too. Like we walked a lot back in the beach. If you're in Da Nang, don't forget to visit the beach. It's the best one. You can just go there, chill, and like, you know, think about how life feels like. Especially like us, you know, we always wanted to think about like how life feels like at late 30s. It feels like I haven't accomplished enough, honestly. And I'm like 30 and I felt like I have done so much, but it doesn't feel like I have done enough. Have you felt that way too?
Yeah, me too. I want to live every type of life that I want, and sometimes I feel like I'm running out of time, and I just get frozen by that.
Yeah.
So like, when I moved here, I had like a lot of different options, but I didn't know what to choose, and I feel like it will be really like determinant for me. I need to choose one thing, you know. And I got stressed by that because at first I wanted to go to Vietnam and making content and so on for Vietnamese people in Vietnam, because I want to be, I don't know if I can still say in the present way or the past way, but I wanted to be a TV host or like being on a TV game show and animate and making people laugh and so on, because I love to make people laugh and bring them joy, happiness and so on, and also being able to show the Vietnamese culture or being into the Vietnamese culture. That will be the best job that I can have. And also it was a bit difficult for me to do my vlog in Vietnamese because like I do speak Vietnamese, but I never open a book, and I don't know how to read. I don't know how to write. So whenever I want to translate something, I need to blindly trust ChatGPT. I need to hear him what he say, but it takes me so many times, and I feel like sometimes I explain it, I can't really go in deep into my idea because I'm lacking of vocabulary. So that's why. But then I changed my way. I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do my content for Vietnamese people in Vietnam, but maybe for expats or people who want to come to Da Nang, because I have more this mindset. Because like, for example, I'm like, for me it's interesting to take off your shoes in a shop. Like you're gonna go to a Sephora and imagine you have to take out your shoes. Can you imagine that? But here it's happening, and I feel like if I'm talking to a Vietnamese audience, they're like, yeah, but this is our lifestyle, you know, nothing special to talk about it, you know, nothing to do a big deal with it. So I feel like I have more this mentality from Europe, where I can like really show things that for me it's unique, but maybe for Vietnamese audience it's not that unique.
Yeah, but for tourists it would be really unique because then it's something that we don't see all the time, and that's why when I saw like your clips, it was really interesting because I know where to go, what to do, and things like what I can do with all the things with all the days that I have lined up. Like I work online, so I stay in places for a long time. So like, you know, if you stay for a place for like a month, it's like, well, what I'm gonna do for this like 2 days weekend, you know, I should like make it relevant for, I can't just party all the time, you know what I mean? So I have to like go somewhere, visit places, and it's sometimes a good mix of 5 days or 1 week, but it's always a comfortable situation to stay as a person who works remotely in a place for a month. And yeah, that's why it's really nice that you create content like this, because for people like me who's really into what to do, where to go type of person, which is mostly tourists and of course expats and foreigners, are really keen to this kind of content.
Thank you so much. Yes, because I met a lot of people who arrive here and they don't know about Vietnamese culture, or they're just staying at the Mihie beach, so
yeah.
one of the main beach area in Da Nang. But actually, you have mountain, you have other beaches around, you have like hiking to do, you have also a stream to visit. So sometimes I feel a bit frustrated for them because they're just like stay in just one spot.
Yeah.
While Da Nang has so much to offer, and that's why also I love the city because it gives you the possibility to do everything in one city.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
Just, you have the urban side where you can get a coffee, get a karaoke, or having a lot of restaurant or party and so
Yes.
on. But in the same time, you can also be connected to nature if you just like get a grab for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, only
Yeah.
20 minutes or 30 minutes,
It's
you're
so
already
easy.
like in the nature. You know, it's really everything is really like a small way from each spot.
So
it's
easy to get around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
speaking of places you want to visit, aside from her amazing content and clips that you guys should really watch if you visit Da Nang, you can also check out Get Your Guide and look for the tours that are available around in Da Nang, in Vietnam, or any around Asia. Honestly, there's a lot of tour packages there available for you. And if you also go to Klook or use Klook, you can use my code ChrisDanaKlook for 5% off in your bookings. Again, that's ChrisDanaKlook, flashing over the screen for your booking in there. And that's a little bit of ads right there. Girls gotta do her girly thing, you know. She gotta earn money. All right. To eat this amazing food. By the way, this is really good, and I got this for free. It's so good. Okay, yes, I love the rice. Honestly, I wouldn't have expected I would like it because it's a mixture of soup, watery stuff with balut, which is very interesting in my part because we eat balut separately. Like we eat it like as a whole with vinegar and other things in it, like just salt, but we never really put it in rice and stuff.
Normally, it's not something we do. In fact, because it's only
Really?
my aunt who she introduced me this dish because I was like,
Yes, this is
we eat
fascinating. I was like, I'm gonna try it.
balut. Normally, we also eat like separately.
And I'll just keep eating. And I end up liking it, honestly. It's fascinating. Yeah, and it's fascinating how we have similar kind of food culture. It's really good. And I do like balut, but not so much with like do you also have the days? Like 25 days, 16 days of like the balut, or like this kind of, but we call
That's
it
not
balut.
my field. So the cooking area, I have no clue. I just eat.
You just eat.
I don't know about this kind of information.
I know it's one thing that it's kind of like food, and then that's the thing, when you're traveling you could learn a lot about food, and then things to do, activities and culture, like what's allowed to do in this place, what's not allowed to do. And sometimes traveling brings you back into like soul searching and self-discovery. Have you ever felt that?
Yes, a lot. Like because Vietnam is quite different from Belgium. Like about our like the sharing stuff and so like you can be stranger here will always invite you, but not expecting about money and return. But in Belgium, we're gonna be like really suspicious. If someone will invite you, it means that maybe they will cut you in a basement and will do bad things, or kidnap you. Yeah, it's really unusual. You will never hear someone who will like just randomly like they eat and then someone say like, "Hey, come to my house and eat with us." It's really rare, unless you visit. You're crossing a Vietnamese family there in Belgium. Then maybe it will happen. Even though, but yeah, it's like. Relationship towards people, it brings another kind of level. Like here it feels really humanity, And there I feel like everyone goes straight through their A to their point A to B to Z. They just have that function. They are not like having small talk. And whenever, like in Belgium, whenever people are talking to me, sometimes I feel like it's a bit awkward. Or people are gonna also say, "Oh, what does he want from me?"
Yeah.
But here it's just like
It's normal.
It's normal, and that's really lovely to share things with a stranger.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that spontaneity brings even more beautiful meaning. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, here like I really consider every single people having a life. Everyone has his own how can I say, you know, like you're in your first your main character,
Yeah.
protagonist,
Protagonist. Yeah.
yes, that word. But then in Belgium everyone is like a bit of ghost, like they go to work, they go from A to Z, and here like everyone is bounded to each other.
Yeah.
So you never really feel alone, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it's a soul discovery. Like I feel like I feel more alive here.
Yeah, I think that's something to do also with like Asian culture in general. We're so hospitable with like a lot, like in general, we just have this embracing aura, like the culture itself and the people itself. Even if we don't speak the same language and there's language barrier, we can still really communicate through our expression and through our gestures of like, come here, let's eat and do this and do that. And that's why I've been traveling Southeast Asia for a while, and that's been like one of the best thing that I really love about going and traveling. And I can't speak with like other countries or like Western countries because as I haven't been there yet. I will be there soon, of course, but not now, so I can't speak truly. But in terms of Asia, someone who grew up in the continent, it's really fascinating to always be in like a loving embrace of the culture and everything else. And of course, if you guys visit any countries, for sure, but also in Asia, do please support local as much as you can, and don't forget to, you know, buy food. If you can tip, do tip, and you know, just give them a little bit of a appreciation for also experiencing the culture and visiting their own country. And speaking of that, if you love my braids, this has been braided by an amazing person. She's also Vietnamese, so again, support local. I'm gonna be linking her contact information. She just started, I think there's like 2 to 3 months, so if you guys like braids and you're gonna be in Da Nang, I'm gonna be putting it down below for her contact information. And I'm going to show you guys my nails, because why not? It's so pretty. I love it too. And this is also, again, from a Vietnamese or from a local business. So do support. I believe it's Leo. It's LE.O. And all of that will be linked down below. So again, just a girly pop supporting girlies out there who's struggling to find some stuff to, you know, just like go around and stay beautiful while you're traveling, but also trying to find recommendation. That is my recommendation, nails. Oh my god. Okay, so now we're back. We just have her, okay, we're staying at her place, so at her rooftop, and we asked her landlord if they could turn on it again. Thankfully, they're so nice. Anyways, and while we're doing that, she finished her food, and so I got my Filipino snack with me, so I asked her to try it out. It's piatos. Okay, so if you visit the Philippines, do try it. It's not really big, kind of like this is the snack, but it's kind of like one of the snacks that I grow up with. What do you think about it? See, she has no words for it. That's how good it is.
It's really nice. I like the fact that it's not too much in terms of flavor. It's really light, soft for the cheese part, because here in Vietnam, whenever it's with cheese, it's gonna be really sweet, really like it's literally really arranged into your hands and so on. So I like the fact that it's really like
cheese flavored.
Yeah, I like it. And also like, oh no! Yeah, you can feel the potato itself. Like,
yeah.
But it's nice. I would give like 8.5 now.
It was 7.5 earlier. I asked her. We did some like a video earlier, and now it's 8.5. But we're halfway through it, as you can see. So you need to eat more of it to like really feel the snack. But with that being said, okay, so we kind of like dive into like culture. It keeps dropping off. I felt like I'm gonna have a visitor. Do you know that like some Asian culture, like if it's a fork and spoon, you drop it, you'll either have like a woman who visits you or a man who visits you.
I never heard of it.
You never heard of that?
No.
So in the Philippines, we have that if a spoon fell, I think it's a woman that's gonna visit you. If it's a fork, I think it's a man. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might have jumbled them, but
And a
it's kind of like
chopstick?
that's the thing. We don't really use chopstick often unless
Maybe it's
you're
a ghost
I
who
know.
visit you.
I hope it's like a really rich person who would give me free money. I would love that. I don't know, who knows? But anyways, so with culture and everything else, and well, I grew up in the Philippines for sure. I'm very surrounded by a lot of my kin, my Filipinos, my fellow men. But you grew up in Belgium and have an ancestor like a full Vietnamese ethnicity background, right? So how does that feels like with your identity in general? Like how do you kind of maneuver, navigate that upbringing or childhood, you know, like growing up?
So in Belgium,
Oh, we should, sorry to cut you off. We should also tell them what like people, what the your term are in Vietnam. Like you said earlier, you were called a specific term.
Bigil.
Yeah.
Bigil, so it means Vietnamese from overseas. So whether they were born or they left the country and they live in another country beside Vietnam. So that's a me. That's the term Bigil. I'm a Bigil. Yes, in Belgium, I got a lot of racism jokes and so on because they over there like racism towards Asian people is not considered as D if you compare to other ethnicity. So it's always like you always consider as a joke, just for fun, nothing bad about it.
Yeah. That's how, you know how good the snack is if a person does that, like through the bones, you know?
Yeah. So during my secondary school, people made a lot of fun about my origin. For example, you better come to my basement and do my shoes. Or can you see it? Oh, I'm pretty sure you don't see anything with those small eyes. They were treating me ching chang chong.
Yes.
They made a lot of bad jokes and so on about my ethnicity. And I was like always have to tell that no, I'm Vietnamese and so on.
Yeah.
And I do have some part of Chinese blood because my grandfather used to be Chinese from my dad's side. But because of those negative image from China, I didn't want it to be at some point to be related to that.
Yeah.
So imagine, and I was still kid, but now I need to embrace my or any kind of origin. But back then, I didn't like to be Chinese, and also there was this teacher, even two teacher in my life, asked me, "Oh, you're Vietnamese? I prefer Vietnamese because Chinese. Blah 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 blah." They were always comparing and seeing Vietnamese as a good thing and so on, but I didn't like that comparison either because what if I'm Chinese? And even it's not good. It's not nice from Chinese people because they're human,
Yeah.
And this is pretty racist, But at some point when I was kid, I didn't like it to be related to this bad image. Then they make me also like brainwashed at some point. But now I grew up, I know that
made you stronger for sure, right?
And I feel guilty to be, rejecting my Chinese part of myself.
Yeah.
But now I learn from it and
embrace it.
and I understand that there are opinion. They just wanted to manipulate a child, you know. So
Yeah.
but now I learned this.
That's so cool.
I hope that people are not gonna cancel me. I hope that it's not sensitive topic here.
No, I think it's really amazing that you come to grow, and I think maturity and being able to have the strength to know and learn from your mistakes, or even take responsibility from the things. And you were a kid too, so I don't really see anything wrong with it. That's just how we are as a
I just
person.
said like, no, I'm not Chinese. I'm Vietnamese. You
Yeah.
know? Like I was really wanting to reject that part. You know.
Yeah.
You don't even dare to say, yeah, you know, my grandma. But it's been a long time ago, you know.
for
So
sure.
my family is based in Vietnam for such a
Long time.
century, I must say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And now you're like embracing your culture, and of course you're focusing more on Vietnamese because that's like the majority of like, you know, your like ancestral part of yourself and your identity as well. And you've been creating a lot of content around it, right? And if you guys, again, if you are interested in like visiting Da Nang or just the Vietnamese culture, I've learned a lot from her, and also like a little bit of ways to, you know, thank you, sorry in Vietnam. There's like really nice tips and tricks, or not tricks, but tips around her content. So do follow and support this girly girl over here if you are into that content, and if you just are very interested about learning Vietnamese and the culture itself. It's very rich here. Yes, in Vietnam in general, it's very rich here, the culture and the people, as well as much probably as all the countries for sure. And that's,
You was about
oh my god,
yeah.
yes, I was just gonna say that. I was like, and then I paused because I couldn't hear it. I don't know if they could hear it though, because I don't know how far that is. But yeah, and that's basically how we're ranting to you guys our lives and just the life here in Vietnam, a little bit of Vietnam, and the food. It's good, try it. And of course, just like how it feels like as someone who grows up with diversity, and I'm just here to like say something every now and then. And also the ads, don't forget the ads, go check them out, because girly girls gotta earn money. I'm kidding, but anyways, if you also love traveling content or any of that, she looks drained because we walked around, and she just went into this camping trip. Okay, you guys, oh god, you guys should watch that clip too, because if you want camping and just nature, she did some of that here in Da Nang. And if you're in Da Nang or visiting Da Nang, that's a really good one. I'm actually planning to go there, but I don't know if I have the time to. But anyways, we're gonna end it here because I felt like this has been a very long video already, from just trying to eat this amazing food and talking about our lives and ranting about what we do and kind of like just anything at all. And yeah, if you love travel videos and how to work remotely, or you're just interested about the lifestyle of someone who works remotely, don't forget to follow me in all the channels. And also, if you are new in the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be notified in my next upcoming videos. Okay, it's so windy here. It feels like it's working, you know, it's giving me the effects that I need. And if you have any questions at all about remote traveling, and if you have any suggestions for whatever you guys want to learn about Vietnam, I can also convey that comment to her. You can tell her or comment below what kind of content you are looking forward to. That would really help her with her content creation journey as well. And of course, yes,
Let me become famous, please.
yes, let's do that. Let's go
You know
spam.
that Pearl sequence, that movie,
No.
that girl is like, make these word know me and sound like she's praying.
Oh
like,
yeah,
really hard.
yeah, that's funny.
That's me. I'm
That's
really-
her right now.
No. My mission in this herd is to get to spread the Vietnamese heritage.
Yes, let's do that. Let's
Yeah, that's
hype
my
her
mission.
up for that.
And make people laugh. So yeah, as she said, I look tired and I feel like really, I was
Down?
really like down when I was talking. It's not really me actually. Now I'm like,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm
you're
just
so having a lot of adventures as well.
yeah. That's why
recently.
I'm like, my energy has to.
Drained to
I
the
need to recharge again. So
Yeah,
like,
that's what she
in my
needed.
content, it will be more.
more fun.
Yeah, more fun.
And anyways, yes, and if you love this video or you think someone finds this really interesting or you just really like me and maybe her too, do share this to those people who finds it valuable and fun and just want to watch this whole rant that we have right now. And yes, that is it for this video. Do follow me in my other socials as well, and see you guys on my next one. Babush, and until then, have a safe one. I love y'all as always.
Bye bye, au revoir, tạm biệt.
She said it, I
See
don't
you
know.
again.
I'm pretty sure that's goodbye.
À bientôt. And hẹn gặp lại mọi người.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.